I got it. I'm going to do this properly.
I was like on point though.
All right. I need you to listen carefully, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him or her present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning. If you can't decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand each of these rights? I'll explain them to you. I'm going to take that as a yes. With these rights in mind, do you wish to speak with me? No? Okay. I won't ask you any more questions.
Well, let me pull out this other napkin right here to make sure.
Well, hello there, partner. Go on and hang up your hat, grab yourself a whiskey, and pull up in the easy chair. We're coming off the range of 9 to 5s with a whole herd of news stories that we've been steaming over like a cow patty in the Texas heat. As they say, the chickens are finally coming home to roost. And we're here to ruffle some feathers and ensure accountability ain't just a concept, it's reality. It's that time where the day's drama casts its longest shadow. So let's light a candle to the chaos of current events, the whirlwind of politics, and the tangled webs of corruption that we find ourselves entwined by. It's time to ramble our way into the twilight. Welcome to Sunset Rants.
Hello there.
Hello.
How was your day?
It was great. It's very, very good.
Yeah, why?
So I went to class, my last class. We were dismissed after like 10 minutes and I got to come home early and I was like, woohoo.
Oh, nice. It's the little things in life.
It's the little things all the time. Yeah.
Destiny Rising came out finally on mobile today. I've been waiting forever for it.
What is that?
So I'm like one of the few people that still nerds off on Destiny 2, which is a video game. And they came out with like the mobile thing. So it's like a whole new lore, storyline, weapons. It's so awesome. So I've just been doing that like on my little free times here and there throughout the day. So it's been good. But
That sounds like fun.
yeah, but we should have a fun show today, honestly. That being said, hello everybody. Sorry for my floofy hair. I don't have anything in it. But we have a lot of fun stuff. It is a Thursday edition of Sunset Rants. We catch you up to everything while you're at work today and all the stuff from yesterday as well, depending on what it is. We have up in the top corner right there. We have our. There we go. Okay. Take us straight to our website. You'll be able to see all our creators there, as well as the producers. Check out our merch. You can see our different channels. And then you'll be able to bring you to our Discord. Fastest growing one as far as I am concerned. Everyone is on it. It is fun. If you want us to talk about something, tell us. If you want a game to set something up, we do that. There's someone doing something, talking about something 24/7. You can find me as well. My handle is AP2Tay. That's going to be for everything. Dee, what about you?
Well, you can find me on X and Truth Social as Cynical Latina. And I'm just your girl next door that's got a lot of opinions. I'm very cynical too, so there's that.
Alrighty, so let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
All right, so Trump administration plans big immigration force operation in Chicago. Chicago as soon as next week. I mean, he said he was going to be doing this, so I'm happy.
Yes.
Chicago sucks. I say everything sucks. It doesn't really. The Trump administration is preparing to conduct a major immigration enforcement operation in Chicago as soon as next week. That's as soon, but we'll see if it truly happens. According to multiple sources familiar with the planning, marking the latest escalation between the president and the Democratic-led city. Escalation, wow. That is a wild word to clean up the streets. President Donald Trump and his aides have repeatedly slammed Chicago over policies that limit cooperation between local authorities and federal immigration enforcement. Chicago grappled with an influx of migrants during the Biden administration following surges along the U.S. southern border from Texas Governor Greg Abbott's decision. Mr. Hot Wheels over there to transport migrants to Democratic-led cities. Chicago was among the first cities targeted in immigration enforcement operations when Trump took office in January. This is true. I'm surprised it actually took this long, but there's a lot of moving pieces when it comes to this stuff. I also used the city over its so-called January. The administration also sued the city over its so-called sanctuary policies, though the case was dismissed when a judge ruled the federal government lacked legal standing to bring the challenge and threatened to withhold federal funding, which was also blocked by a judge. There's always a judge. So, what do you think about your other cousin Jorge possibly being caught?
Well, I don't see anything wrong with this. I'm actually pretty excited for it just because, Chicago it really has become a shithole, much like California, my home state. And it's really sad to see that it's gotten to this point. And these governors and these politicians are all really upset over it. But if they could handle their state and actually handle the crime that's happening, then everything would be fine. But since clearly nothing's done, it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. Then Donald Trump steps in and they're all upset. But you look at the subways and stuff where random people are just getting set on fire. What the fuck? Who wants to wake up to being on fire? Who wants to die like that? And
that was awful.
This last year, it's happening so much. It's when is it going to be enough? What did they do to stop people getting set on fire? I don't see those governors taking any initiative or any kind of action towards securing and making sure that its citizens are safe. You're riding the subway one day and all of a sudden, boof, you burst into flames and you didn't even blaspheme. What the fuck? What the fuck? It's not I can't. There's no justification. So Trump stepping in is really good. And if they could handle their states and if they could handle the crime, then it would be a different story. But clearly they are failed politicians, failed governors. They just want to sit there and fucking grandstand and put on this theater oh, well, no. Get it under control, bitches. Period.
Yeah. And so I'm looking further into just skimming through this. And so it should be happening next Friday. So on the 5th.
Okay, good.
So if that's so, and so it's going to be more or less along the same lines as what's going on in DC. So you have everyone grandstanding oh, this is bad, that's bad. But then you have the actual people, the public, the normal citizens, talking about it. No, this is fucking great. This one dude's I could actually wear jewelry in public now. And as you wear,
I saw that.
Yeah, I was good for dog, man. And it just sucks. You have all these cities, these really, really famous historical cities, world famous cities, and historical for us. And they've just been completely shut down. And it's sad to see because, us as a country, don't need to be losing, just such amazing things. The architecture in Chicago is fantastic. It's one of the top that there is, especially how the buildings are built. and people can't go there and enjoy it. People are scared to get shot. People are scared to get raped, you know, and they just can't exist anymore. And, don't get me wrong, Chicago's never been known to be a city without crime, if you would. Gotham is based off of Chicago,
Yeah.
but if we're able to, draw back this lawlessness, it would be fantastic.
Well, and the thing is that the Democrat talking heads, like what they're saying, oh, the National Guard troops, it's so scary to walk around and see all these military guys with guns and blah blah. I mean, that I don't know. On what planet is that scary? Like they're not shooting just regular people on the street. They're not doing anything. They're standing around patrolling. Just like back in the day, you used to have a police officer on every corner, just standing watch in case, you used to be able to yell police and you'd see a police officer taking off running to catch the bad guy. What's the difference? Obviously they need to have more people, more police officers that are patrolling and visible to people. It's a deterrent. So
Yeah.
if you see a big band of military dudes like walking around, you're less likely to do something fucking stupid, because you don't want to get caught. Well, burning a flag, like fuck that guy. But at this, it's like you're gonna see less people committing robberies right there because that their presence is right there. They're gonna see you. You're gonna get arrested. Period. Opposed to nobody's ever there. They call the cops take 15 20 minutes to get there. By the time they get there, you're gone. Or the fact that they would just arrest people and let them go. The lawlessness, people are tired of it, and I feel like like I said, the talking heads are really upset about it, and they're trying, just because they want to demonize Trump and they want to demonize his agenda. But the average person, I would feel safer seeing more police officers, more even the military, like standing and looking out for us, because that's basically what they're doing. You're not going to have a woman just raped in front of a bunch of like National Guard soldiers or anything. Like, it's not going to happen. Like, the way that they're convincing people that they're less safe because there's National Guard troops there is kind of stupid. It's really crazy how like people are parroting like the leftist talking points, and it's just like, wow, you guys are really retarded.
Yeah, and what was it, like half of America is dumber than you think, or what was the George Carlin quote? It's like, think of like half America, half of them are stupid. Now half that's stupidity, and that's truly how stupid they are. And that's just what it is. And then same people who are committing crimes, whether they're going to be like the gangbangers or like people actually committing crimes inside, like the migrants. Once you wipe it out, like crime's gone. Like, what was it in Uruguay? Was it Uruguay? No, Ecuador. El Salvador. El Salvador? Anyway, whichever one it is. Like, it was the same 18% of the population, or for them, that's a huge amount, but it's the same people committing the same crimes and being released. Once you get them on, like, and they stop releasing them back into like the general public population, crime goes away. So the fact that they're going to smack down on that, like if they can throw those gangbangers and just like lock away the key, perfect. You could send these other people back, who are just not doing right, not falling in line to as far as, what's the word that we were saying for it? When you mold into society, conform, or whatever you want to say. That's too, I don't think that's the right word, but anyways, yeah, once this is done, it's good. But these people are always going to vote for it because they pander. Because if these politicians vote for them, or not vote for them, but if these politicians are going for these illegals, if they're going for these gamers, releasing, letting them out, they're making money off of this, and they're just and it's pathetic, and it doesn't do the constituent, it doesn't do the people who live in the city, whether they're left, right, black, white, Asian, Patel, the sand people that go, whichever it is, it doesn't do them any good. Like, because people just want to live in peace. People don't want to have to worry about getting shot. People don't want to have to worry about their kids being raped or anything like that. Like, their jewelry stolen. But then they're so used to just getting their way. They're so used to not getting spanked as a kid. They're so used to not being told no. They're a bunch of brats. So when anything goes against it, they're like, oh, well, this isn't fair. It's like, no, what's fair is people can't live in a peaceful society without having to look over their shoulder.
Yeah.
This is what happens. Edge of a system that you created, people start dying. No, take of something. They ruined it for themselves. People are dying. People are getting robbed. Like even in California, like majority of companies, like large companies, don't even set up there anymore. Like, Walgreens, like in certain stuff, but I don't know, but it's good. We'll see. What we'll do is we'll go on stream, get a bottle of vodka, and see where it goes. Just watch.
Well, that really blends really well into this next story too, because it's still around the same topic. But wow, that's a win.
DC Democrats rebuke Mayor Muriel Bowser's comments that Trump surge reduced crime. To have a name Bowser and look like my poor lady. Members of DC Council are pushing back against Mayor Muriel Bowser's remarks that President Donald Trump's surge of federal law enforcement personnel into the city has helped lower crime. As I fear, our mayor's words are now being used to justify harmful federal overreach in cities nationwide. What a fucking cuck. This is bigger than DC or partisan politics. It's about resisting creeping authoritarianism. Ward 5 Councilman Zachary Parker, he even has a bitch name, on X, adding, we must not legitimize an illegitimate agenda. Like, it doesn't make sense. Make it make sense. In remarks Wednesday, Bowser said, this surge has been important to us because it helped lower the rates of crimes like carjacking, but she also made it clear that present immigration agents and National Guard troops, it's not working. Pretty sure it started working effective immediately. Expressed hope that the initiative, which began on August 7th, would end soon. Comments praising the surge were met with immediate pushback from Bowser's fellow Democrats on the DC Council. I feel like these people just don't live in reality.
No, and it's crazy because she acknowledges that the policies have reduced migrant flow. I don't understand how they refuse to acknowledge that that's a success. Clearly it's not a bad thing. I mean, obviously it worked, right? The policy reduced the amount of migrants flowing in, so that's a success. But then she turns back around because she got pushback, and then she's like, oh no, well, his policy is still bullshit, but it's working.
Yeah, but correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't this kind of like one of the main duties of the National Guard?
I think so, right? It's to I'm gonna look because now I'm confused. I think so though. The purpose of let's see.
Kind of in their name.
Yeah.
Yeah, our residents are afraid, hesitant to go out and to go to work. No, they're not. No one should be afraid. Oh, they have guns. Yeah, at least they're not going to be shooting you. No one's
yeah. So the role of the National Guard, according to Grok, right? So it's functioning under both state and federal authority, and it serves a dual role. So the state mission, so under the control of the state governors, the National Guard responds to domestic emergencies such as natural disasters, civil disturbances, and other crises. They provide disaster relief, search and rescue, medical support, and maintain public safety. Well, I mean, that's maintaining public safety.
Wow. The highest murder rate.
Yeah, and then the federal mission, so when activated by the president or Congress, the National Guard supports national defense efforts. So this includes deploying overseas for combat operations, peacekeeping missions, supporting active duty military and operations. They can also assist with homeland security tasks such as border security and counterterrorism. So, I mean, they are doing what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, and look at that. What was his face? Wasn't it in DC or was it Virginia? Or what city was it where Alex Jones understudy like got stabbed in a carjacking? Yeah, so yeah, they're doing their job. So she goes on, we didn't ask for any federal officers. We're
It
driving
doesn't matter.
we're driving crime down. No, the fuck you're not. You
No,
fucking
the fuck they aren't.
While they're here, how can we most strategically use them to accelerate the work that MPD has done? So that's our point, she added, referring to DC Metropolitan Police. They're not doing shit because they're not allowed to, and they just can't.
No.
You know?
Just like
in remarks Wednesday, Bowser noted that since the federal takeover, there has been an 87% drop in carjackings. Oh my god, that is wild. The data cited showed 45% fall in violent crime and 12% reduction in property-related offenses. An average decrease of 15% in crime overall in the district from the same period last year. And it's not doing anything. That makes no sense.
yeah, she's crazy.
It's like I have a cut. Let's use some sutures and a band-aid. No, it's gonna make it worse.
Yeah, like for example, like in DC, right? Trump took control of Union Station, citing safety concerns, removing it from Amtrak's hands, and expanding his authority over the Capitol to restore order. So it's another thing, right? Like I said, they're setting people on fire. Like they literally, everything that happened with Daniel Penny, I know that was in New York, right? But still, like all this crime is happening. You see all this violence, like homeless people going on these trains, causing disturbances, people using the handrails as like stripper poles, like getting butt naked. You saw that one Middle Eastern dude that got butt naked on there, and they kicked his ass out of like a whole bunch of people detained him because he was like butt naked and there was kids. And he looked like he had a nice Brazilian, because you could see everything. Like you could see everything. So
what do you mean a nice Brazilian? What is a
yeah,
nice
like all the hair was gone. There was it didn't.
Oh.
Well, I might have.
Hey, you're married. Why are you looking at another man's wiener?
I wasn't planning to. I was scrolling on X and just saw some
Harlot.
naked dude. Like, oh
Harlot.
well, it's not like I can censor my eyes from everything that just pops up on my screen. I had to see what's her name, Kamala Harris's stepdaughter with her hairy ass pits everywhere too. I really wish I could have blocked my eyes from seeing that. Some eye bleach, I don't know, ice picks, I don't know, something, but I still had to see it. So anyways, there's all this lawlessness happening on these trains and these subways and shit, and clearly these people are not handling it well. You've got inept leadership and inept processes, not inept processes, but processes are failing, are not securing the customers, the writers, citizens. Why should they be in control of these things if they cannot get it under control? Like anybody that cannot get something under control would get fired and replaced with someone that is competent. So the same thing with DC, with Chicago, with anywhere. And the fact that they still double down and say, well, no, we're doing good. No, you're fucking not. And everybody could see it. You're just clowning yourself and in denial that you suck at your fucking job. Like, it's time to remove these people and get people in that can actually do good work and actually put citizens and their safety as a priority, as it always should have been.
Yeah. No, and I agree
Instead
with
of
you.
these DEI motherfuckers that
just
just
makes
do
sense.
whatever bullshit.
That would make sense. That would just make sense. But these people that are running the cities, and which is wild because it's DC. And then, but like if you look at like the last administration, like they didn't give a shit. They didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
They were just trying to coast without anything happening. And so you have was it White House spokeswoman Taylor Rogers, I love my name, said in his statement Wednesday that crime is not a partisan issue. Why should it be? Americans expect elected officials to prioritize their safety over politics. President Trump's bold action and partnership with local law enforcement has quickly minimized violent crime and removed over 1,000 criminals from the streets of our nation's capital. I think everyone knows this, but DC is the smallest place. Like, you can walk across the entire place in a few hours, if that. Americans, let's see from there. She said other Democrat leaders who are criticizing President Donald Trump for cleaning up DC should take notes on the tremendous success that Washington, D.C. has already experienced. What's the issue? Like, these people, you can literally be like, here's $1 million. Go save your mom from cancer. You know, and you can save all the puppies. You can stop all rape. But if Trump has his name attached to it, I guess technically this is right. Everything I just said, coincidentally. And then it's like, nope.
Well, if Trump said air was good, they would say that air is bad, just to be contrarians. And so I think the fact that they're so upset about it is reason enough to assure that he's doing a great job, and this has been a great thing for these states, and it's time to expand those efforts into other areas that are crime ridden. You know, get them under control, like actually give consequences to these people that are out there committing these crimes. If there was deterrence, people wouldn't be doing these crimes as often. There's going to be some nutsos out there, some real weirdos that are still going to commit crimes, but I bet you there's going to be less, because people that have half a brain don't want to end up with a long sentence in prison for a long time. You know, sometimes
they just think they can.
I don't know. Well, of course, if you think you can get away with it, you know, that's why I'm like, bring caning to United States. I'm sure they'll stop fucking around when they see their you know, friends and shit that are committing these crimes getting beaten with a big ass cane, and then they can't walk straight anymore for the rest of their lives. Like,
apparently that hurts a lot.
Yes, it's awful. No, it's not the bottom of your feet. They hit your ass with it. So depending
I thought it was the bottom of your feet. I saw it because it was like during the Bush administration. They're like
in Singapore,
beat the bottom of your feet.
No, in Singapore they hit you on your butt, and they bend you over, so you get bent into this contraption that like you can't move. And depending on what you did, I think you will get anywhere upwards of like 8 to 20 something lashes. And afterwards, like the injuries that you get from it, sometimes you can never walk again, like, or walk straight. Like, you have bowel issues for the rest of your life. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So yeah, I mean, you won't be out there committing crimes anymore. I bet you that. You're going to be too fucked up to ever do anything bad. So, I don't know. It's good stuff. But I think we got to move on to the next one, because we went a little off the rails with that one. Well, I went a little off the rails.
I do what I want. We do what I want. What is this? What is this? Let's take a look. Australia, the second cuck nation of the world. Police hunt Australian man believed to be radicalized, well-armed conspiracy theorist who killed 2 officers. Guy sounds like a hero. Poor Ponka. I think that's it. I've never heard of that place. Australian police said Thursday they will not rest until they catch a 56-year-old gunman who fled into the bush. Good luck finding that guy. 2 days earlier, after allegedly killing 2 hours. Oh, he sucks. Detectives said they were speaking to the man's partner and searching rugged forested terrain near a small town of Porponka. I don't know why I said it like that. The suspect, identified policeman as Desi Freeman, that's as Australian as you get, escaped on foot after opening fire when a team of 10 police arrived on his property on Tuesday, allegedly killing 2 police who were in a third. Where did he get a gun? This had to be like some old ass ancient gun.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
This said describing local spirit theorist is heavily armed, has bush survival skills, and knows the area well. Yeah, they're not getting it. We will not rest until we apprehend. Really? What do you do when you get home then? liars, pants on fire. Victoria Police Deputy Commissioner for Regional Operations. But why were they there? Police were in contact with the man's partner, had searched a number of properties and believe he is still in the area. We have no confirmed sightings. Now he's the boogeyman. Any harboring of the man that would be prosecuted for committing a criminal offense. Police said they were moving carefully through the bush and warned people not to travel. So what was the reason? And what are they saying? Oh, he's conspiracy.
Yeah, he was a radicalized anti-government conspiracy theorist. Maybe he's one of our own.
No, he sounds like a Democrat.
They didn't say he was a Republican. Now, if he would have been like a Trumper, they would have said so right away. You know.
Well,
that.
here's the thing. Let me go. Oh, he's a fucking weirdo. He's neither. Where was this? Australia's The New Age newspaper said Freeman was a self-professed sovereign citizen. So he's just a fucking loony, referring to a movement whose my screen keeps going fucking nuts.
Well, if he was a
falsely believe that they are not subject to laws passed by the government. Police have not commented on those reports. While fighting a speeding penalty in Melbourne last year, Freeman referred to the police as frickin' Nazis, Gestapo, and terrorist thugs, according to a copy of the judge's ruling.
Are. They are. Like, remember they locked up everybody in concentration camps during COVID and arrested people that fled?
Oh, yeah. Freeman told the court
they are.
that even the sight of a cop or cop car, it's like an Auschwitz survivor seeing a Nazi soldier. This guy is a fucking loony.
Maybe he just hates their government. I mean, I can't blame them.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of him because he killed people.
Yeah. No, don't get me wrong.
He's a total shithead. But this is kind of like, what was that? This is like the hella extreme version of, what was the name? Killdozer. The guy
of what?
You ever hear that story about Killdozer? It's an American legend. It's a true story. This man, he small town, middle America, and he was he had an exhaust, like a car exhaust shop, and the city council built stuff all around him, let the permit purposely because they didn't like him. So they stopped any kind of water going to his establishment. They blocked it off so no one could actually drive their cars to him. So he was like, enough is enough. There's more stuff that permitting that just fucked him and his business up. And then he took a bulldozer, a giant, one of those 15, 20 foot tall bulldozers, and he welded 1 inch thick steel plates that are the size of walls. And one day he just had enough, and he put he had TVs and cameras inside of it. He welded himself inside this sarcophagus of steel and diesel, and he starts driving through his town, and he's relying on these cameras that are on the outside. Couldn't shoot through it with anything, and he destroys all the city council's homes. He destroys the mayor's office. He destroys city hall. He runs over there. The guy is a national hero, and it was basically when enough is enough, getting bullied. And this guy is just fuck the government.
I mean, if this guy really hated the government and really just wanted to be left alone, I mean, I feel like there was another way than just killing police officers, because regardless, the police officers are doing a job. They're just regular people with a job to do. And so, you murdering 2 police officers isn't going to stick it to the system. You just took away a father or a son to someone's family. It's not, it's on a very personal, basic level. Big public officials or the government or anybody there, they don't give a fuck about some police officers. I really don't think they do. They might say they do, but I don't think they do. And so you're not sticking it to anyone. You're just fucking over a family.
The police officers, their government, their local PDs, how the government's running their PD is just wild. You know, like they are.
Yeah.
Like it is wild. Like the fact what they can and can't do. Like they're, like, and people support it too. Like they've cut and just let the government just fuck them. They watch.
Yeah.
They just see like their other neighbors just get fucked by the government. And I felt bad for them during quarantine because like they couldn't even go outside. Like if you went outside
Yeah.
to smoke a cigarette, you'd be arrested. And they would send
Yeah,
people
you
to
got fucked.
camps, like to pods,
Yeah.
like these pre-built pods that looked wild.
Yeah, and apparently they weren't even fed all that good. Remember that they put out like these videos? They put out these videos where people are like swimming and shit, like all together. They weren't social distancing, they were just all together. And they tried to make it seem like you were quarantining and it was like a resort. But people that actually got quarantined in these camps, they're like, yeah, they barely even fed us. Like they would give us like this like sandwich a day. Sometimes, you know, they didn't give us like a lot of water, like they didn't give us anything. It just really sucked.
Sandwich a day.
Yeah, and then yeah, they really ran it like a concentration camp, like a Nazi camp, because they just oppressed the people that were there, and then people that tried to flee would then get arrested. Like they wouldn't let you leave. Like it was just, that was freaking wild, dude. Australia
Well, you know
and
why
New
they can do
Zealand
that,
were
though?
wild.
It's because they took all their guns away, and then
Exactly.
the murder rate never changed. You know, if you want to kill someone, you'll find a way to kill somebody. Please don't kill anyone anyway. That's terrible.
Yeah, no.
But you know, it doesn't change. It doesn't change. This is the perfect thing to prove. Like, oh, what was it in like the 70s or 80s? They took like just shy of 1 million firearms and made them illegal, and so now the people can't do anything. But the same percentage, like it's the same amount of people die every year, and it's either going to be from usually stabbings or bludgeoning. So I'm kind of excited to see where this goes. Maybe he'll be a superhero for the people, like V from V for Vendetta. But let's go to the next one. I want to be a granddaughter. North Carolina's election official arrested, accused of spiking granddaughter's ice cream with drugs. I see no issues so far. The state-appointed North Carolina elections official resigned Thursday, just said when he was arrested and accused of spiking his granddaughter ice cream with illicit narcotics. What, like LSD? What illicit? What is this? James Edwin Yoakley, 66, has been chairman of the Surrey County Board of Elections before he submitted his letter of resignation. This decision has not been made lightly. Yoakley wrote to the board, after much prayer, thoughtful reflection, and consultation, I have concluded that it's the best interest of the state board of elections regarding my own falsely accused circumstances.
Falsely accused.
Falsely accused.
His granddaughter falsely accused him?
I don't know. Maybe he didn't. Someone else did. Yoakley had stopped at a Sheetz gas station on August 8th and flagged down a passing police officer to report that his two juvenile granddaughters had found two hard objects in an ice cream they had recently purchased at Dairy Queen about 4 miles away. The girls didn't consume the pills, which later tested and found to be illegal narcotics. Molly. Definitely. Or ecstasy. But then taken from the Dairy Queen showed that Yoakley, who had been the one who placed the two pills in both victims' ice cream, police said.
So there's video footage, but he was falsely accused. These motherfuckers have no shame. It wasn't me. It was the one-armed man.
Why? So I want to see this footage because, like, I don't know. Something's a little fishy about this.
Yeah, more than fishy.
And how old are the granddaughters?
I wonder what was the purpose of spiking their ice cream. Like, you know, he was gonna
Maybe it was like a Xanax or something. Maybe they're just like being annoying and loud and rambunctious, and he's like, "Here you go." Like when
I
moms give like
mean,
their kids like a thimble of their babies like a thimble of rum when they're teething.
no, nobody does that.
Yeah, a lot of people
No,
do that. I guarantee you that's a thing.
no. Now, NyQuil, we would give them.
Oh
We would give
wow!
them like
Please, what was it? There's liquor and melatonin and NyQuil.
you give them the baby
Oh yeah,
one.
that's so much better.
I never really did that. I would give it when they were sick. I would because they couldn't sleep.
Great parenting.
Like they couldn't sleep. Okay, well, my daughter's 21 and my son is about to turn 18, and they're both still alive. So, never broken a bone. Like, I think I've done pretty damn
That's
good. My
because they're always
daughter,
knocked out because you're giving them fucking like
no,
roofies.
no, my kids didn't really get sick too much, so I never really had to give them like a whole bunch of anything.
Can't get
So,
sick if you're knocked out on drugs.
no,
Yeah.
thank you, Brian. See.
What did he say?
But yeah, I never roofied my kid. I didn't really have to. My kids were pretty good. But yeah, I've heard of people giving their kids NyQuil, not ever giving them a thimble of rum. Like no, I don't think any parent would do that. Like, I don't know. Go have kids and let's see if you give them a thimble of rum.
No, because one, I don't drink rum. I drink vodka. So
Give them
first,
vodka. Okay.
have some class here. Second off, no, it's a legitimate thing. Like growing up in New York, like I would talk to my grandma and I would talk to all the neighbors and my friends' parents all across the state and like in the city, it'd just be a thing. I'm meeting your
Okay.
moms and like the grandmas.
That explains a lot then. No wonder you New Yorkers are all
No,
fucked up.
it's a legitimate thing. That's what moms used to do and grandmas used to do. Like they've been doing it forever and ever. It's for teething.
Okay. Well, I'll take your word for it. But just side note that explains
Well,
a
listen,
lot.
this is why I'm American and you're a Mexican. So leave it at that.
Okay. All right. Well, here's the next story. Boom.
Okay. Let me open this right quick.
Oh God. What
What?
the hell is that?
What? Is this the tomato thing?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. See? Okay.
This is in Spain. This is always cool. La Tomatia,
Yes.
held in Brunel, Spain, is celebrated as the world's largest give babies a thimble of rum while they're teething. On August
Okay,
27th,
retards. Make your baby retarded again,
world's biggest food fight. I know about this. My grandpa used to tell me about it. Thousands of
Mhm.
revelers from around the globe gathered for an event. For one chaotic hour, participants pelted each other with overripe tomatoes, transforming the streets into a sea of red. What began in the 1940s as a spontaneous food scuffle had since evolved into an internationally renowned festival, staged every year on the last Wednesday of August. The photo below, I thought at first, was a guy who shot his head off with a shotgun.
I didn't know what I was looking at first. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah,
I thought it was a suicide photo.
Wow.
That's what it looks like. It literally looks like it. You go to rotten.com, the guy shot his head off on the toilet. See, this looks like
Nice.
tons of fun.
It does.
Look how deep that is. There's like
Yeah.
inches. They're having so much fun.
It's weird but some of them look red like tomatoes, and other parts
Tomato
it looks
baby.
like ground beef. Like they're swimming in like ground beef. Maybe it's just dirty from everybody's like
You know what it kind of
skin and
reminds me
shit.
of? You know what it kind of reminds me of?
What?
In Blade 2, when they're having, was it Blade 1 or 2, when they're having the rave and it just starts raining blood?
Yeah, definitely.
Good for these
Like,
people.
see, that one's all red. Like everything looks red, but some of those tomatoes be looking kind of funky.
Well, it's overripe. That's why.
Yeah. I don't know. I would totally go do that. What about you?
I would go and I'd get breadsticks. Nice.
What?
Bring breadsticks. Why the fuck not?
Because everybody's
What up,
like
Mike?
everybody's bodies have been in it. And it's not like seasoned and cooked and shit. They're probably, like you said, overripe and just
Possibly get drunk off of it and then mix it with some vodka, self-sanitizing, and you have a Bloody Mary. Wait, what's on?
You can have all of it, bud. You can
I
go
got
to town.
I am.
Go to town
I
on
am gonna
that.
go to town. And you know what the name of the town is?
Drink that is like licking everybody's toes and their balls and shit. So you gargle all that.
The, co- the town is called Bunnell. That's the town I'm going to.
Okay.
That's cool. These people look at so much fun, but it's an hour long. So what happens after an hour? You're like, yeah, wow, wow, wow. Throwing
think
it, and then like the
so.
buzzer goes off. It's like, yeah, me. All right. It's like moseying along.
Well, I wonder how long that lasts, though.
An hour.
Just an hour of them throwing the tomatoes around?
I mean, I would be surprised if you could find a tomato after more than an hour.
Well,
after
just like the slop left over?
the amount of pizzas that could have been made.
Yeah.
That's depressing. But
That does. Woo!
it's a favorite one. I came up with this one, so I hope you guys like it.
Oh my. Oh wow.
Me and my friends were in my group chat. We were talking shit. So I went to Grok and I made this a couple days ago.
Wow, he's
I hope
driving
you guys enjoy it.
a Ford pickle. So are Ford pickles better than Chevy pickles?
Well, I had to think of something that wasn't like I had to think of something that was gonna be that Grok would make. Because we always make fun of Ford owners for being gay.
I don't know. That's pretty. That's almost like visually stunning, you know. You just kind of want to keep looking at it, and I don't know.
Well, I hope you guys like it.
I mean, I love pickles.
Me too, actually. That's like I eat about a jar a week.
Oh, here's Nevessa with found on road dill. Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you.
Aaron says still better than a Jeep. Oh.
What do you say?
Oh boy, that boy pickle needs to take break from blue pill. It had been too long.
Jen, are you drunk?
Uh-oh. I'm like
I read it too. I'm like, my
brain
boy,
hurt.
that boy, pickle need to take break from blue pill. It been too long. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. Apple bottom jeans, boots with fur.
Furry Brockback
Mountain
Mountain got Piccololo.
low.
Who's Pickle the horse? Who Pickle the horse?
That was almost the lyric. Yeah, I almost got something.
It's gonna be a bumpy ride. Right, a pickle save a horse. Oh my gosh.
Let me get mine.
Mine was tickled that pickle. Finally a ride that's kind of a big deal from Ash. I mean, that's pretty clever. Oh, Aaron says broke pickle freeway. Navassa, it's a bumpy ride in all the right places. Hmm.
Who needs
Who
horse
needs?
when you've already got the will to live? When you lost the will to live.
I'm like, whoa, that got dark. Oh no. I
What?
thought of one.
Uh-oh. Whoa.
Oh, might just ride that pickle.
This is a PG show. We are children of God. Careful.
I mean, you had to have the mind in the gutter, okay? Basically riding the pickle.
And let's see if my computer can handle this. Nope. Nope.
Aaron with Ford releases new Mustang Mach Dill. Yeah, that's pretty good. Vash says, when you can't afford a horse, but you can afford to embarrass your bloodline.
Vroom vroom dilly dilly. Yeah, I'm definitely getting a haircut tomorrow.
Okay, I put another one. Rolling up to the family barbecue, and then imagine being estranged and your family hates you and they just think that you're full of shit and you just roll up to their barbecue like that. That'd be pretty fucking funny. Broom boom dilly dilly from Bash. Built Ford tough, mentally Ford weak. Ooh.
So I'm just realizing that there is a huge delay from our stream to YouTube.
Yeah, there is.
I'm gonna do a timer. Oh, or not a timer, a stopwatch. Let's see. And go. Let's see when I see it on YouTube.
I don't know. For me, the stream is. Oh, I don't know. It's really weird.
It's still
Because
going.
even though I started at the same time, I'm watching both. I usually see a huge delay in it, but I mean, and it says it's live, but I just saw you took a hit of your vape, but you're not vaping right now. So I'm like, whoa, that's
40 seconds. It's a 40-second delay.
oh yeah, there you go.
It's fun until your friends see you. A dill of a ride.
A deal of a ride. That's pretty funny. All right, so what are you thinking? Who do you?
I don't know. You can pick this one.
Vash with, if you see me riding a giant pickle, just know I've officially given up on everything.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh. Which one? Found on Road Dilled. Okay. Yeah, that sounds great. Who came up with that one, Brian? Okay. Well, I'm gonna call the win for Nevesta with Found on Road Dilled. They got dilled. Get dilled.
Perfect.
You cool with that, Papa Tay Tay?
I am.
Okay.
That I am.
Well, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Let's get this.
Winner, winner,
Good
pickle
job.
winner.
Everyone did a really good job, though. These were really funny. Like, and we got a lot of interaction on our caption list today. So I do want to thank you guys. We do appreciate you giving us like shit to talk about and letting us laugh at your captions. So thank you.
It was a cucumber when you bought it. Yeah, no, but thank you,
Oh,
seriously.
snap. That's pretty good.
That's all right. That one was before release their WNBA edition, Harley.
Wow. Yeah,
All right, that one's
you don't
not
got a
bad.
showboat. You don't got
Way
a
to- way
showboat
to-
now. You already won.
No, I like this one. This is a fun one today. I think
It was at the
I'm gonna have to
buzzer.
start just coming up with these.
Nevesta, Ford released their WNBA edition Harley.
Like, oh,
Oh, the green dildos. And they's a flying.
that was fun. Just chill.
Yeah.
Nothing depressing. I'm glad.
Yeah, good job, guys. Good job. Like your creativity was on full display.
But you got anything you want to close up on, or?
Oh, well, I mean, it's time to get shit done and to get shit under control. And I'm really happy with the direction that everything's going. There's still, nothing's ever going to be perfect. And, I'm going to give credit where credit is due. And I'm still pretty damn happy that Trump is president. And, yeah, and I'm going to do a little shameless promoting of myself. So make sure to follow me on X and Truth Social as Cynical Latina. I don't always go on Truth Social, but I'm usually always on X, like trolling and having fun. So make sure you follow me there and interact with me. And that's pretty much it.
Aw. Did you?
Oh.
Perfect. No, I had a blast today. Like today was a fun episode for sure. I didn't have to talk about same needless stuff. I really want to see what's going to happen to that Bushman. Like, that's going to be fun. But you'll be able to find me on AP2T. That's my handle on everything. If this is your first time here, I always say this for the first time. Thank you for joining us. I always appreciate it. If you're here, like always, love you just as much because everyone's important. We like to do this for you guys, and it's fun. Also, like I said at the beginning, if you missed it, QR code will take you right to our website, resinmiddleamerica.com. You'll see everyone that's part of the show. From the producers to all the hosts, all their individual channels. You get to see everything. Kind of get a little bit more insight on who we are, what we do. As far as same thing going into our Discord, where you get to interact with us. Not that that's the highlight, but the highlight is just everybody. There's a ton of people on there all the time. You can get into some weird conversations, watch different streams, see different things that you probably wouldn't normally see or hear from on it. And if you want us to talk about something, absolutely. As well as like stuff like this will probably turn into a shirt at our merch store. And we have that, so that that helps the cause, and we love to see you. But with that, we will see you guys on Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern. If you're too drunk to walk, drive home in an Uber. So,
Or take
have a great
the
weekend.
Heel Toe Express. Take the Heel Toe Express back home.
So, take care, guys.
So I got to thinking, there's MAHA, Make America Healthy Again. MAGA, Make America Great Again. But what we really need to do is make America follow the Constitution again. Motherfucker. That sounded better in my head.